Have you ever looked in the mirror and realized that the life you are living right now is far below the life you were born to live because every dream you ever had is waiting on the other side of discipline, and the painful truth is that most people will never reach their potential because they quit when life becomes uncomfortable. But today that changes, because this message is not for average minds. This message is for the people who are tired of excuses, tired of wasting talent, tired of watching others succeed while they stay stuck in the same cycle every single year. So before we begin, I want you to make one promise to yourself that for the next few minutes you will listen carefully, and if even one sentence touches your heart, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment "I will never quit," because your commitment today could become the turning point of your entire future. Now understand this: nobody is coming to save you. There is no perfect moment, no magical opportunity, and no secret shortcut that will suddenly transform your life into success. The only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is your willingness to work harder than ever before, because the world rewards action, not intention, and too many people spend years talking about what they want while doing absolutely nothing to earn it. They wake up late, complain about their situation, blame society, blame luck, blame their past, and then wonder why their future never changes. Winners think differently. Winners understand that pain is temporary but regret lasts forever, and that is why they choose discipline over comfort every single day. While others sleep, they are working. While others complain, they are learning. While others waste hours scrolling through distractions, they are building the future they once dreamed about. And the truth is that success is not built in giant moments, it is built in small, invisible decisions repeated consistently over time. The extra hour you study, the extra set you complete at the gym, the difficult conversation you avoid but know you need to face, the early mornings when nobody is watching, and the nights when you feel exhausted but continue anyway. These moments create the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, because your habits shape your identity and your identity shapes your destiny. If you keep repeating weak habits, you will continue living a weak life. But if you decide today to become stronger mentally, physically, and emotionally, then nothing can stop your growth. You must stop waiting to feel motivated, because motivation is unreliable. Some days you will feel inspired and some days you will feel empty, but discipline is what carries you through the days when emotions disappear. The people who achieve greatness are not superhuman, they simply refuse to stop when life becomes difficult. They keep moving forward despite fear, despite failure, despite criticism, because they know that every setback contains a lesson that can make them stronger if they choose to learn from it. Remember, diamonds are created under pressure, and every challenge you face is preparing you for a stronger version of yourself. So when life tests you, do not break, do not run, and do not surrender. Instead, stand taller, focus harder, and remind yourself why you started, because one day all the sacrifices will make sense. One day the pain will turn into pride. One day the lonely nights, the hard work, and the moments of doubt will become the foundation of the success story people admire. But none of that happens unless you decide right now to stop living below your potential and start working harder than ever before, because your future is watching your actions today, and every excuse you make is stealing the life you truly deserve. Most people dream about success, but very few are willing to survive the process required to achieve it, because the road to greatness is lonely, uncomfortable, and filled with moments that test your patience, your confidence, and your belief in yourself. There will be mornings when your body feels tired, your mind feels heavy, and your progress feels invisible, yet those are the exact moments that determine whether you become successful or remain average forever, because champions are not created when everything feels easy. Champions are created in silence, during the moments when nobody is clapping for them, nobody is supporting them, and nobody even understands their vision, but they continue anyway, because deep inside they know that temporary struggle is the price of long-term freedom. And that is why you must develop a mindset that refuses to quit no matter how difficult life becomes, because the world respects consistency more than talent. There are incredibly talented people everywhere who wasted their potential because they lacked discipline, while ordinary individuals with relentless focus transformed their lives completely through hard work, persistence, and self-belief. Every successful person you admire once faced rejection, criticism, fear, and failure, but instead of allowing those experiences to destroy them, they used them as fuel to become stronger. And that is exactly what you must do from this moment forward. Stop seeing obstacles as signs to give up and start seeing them as proof that you are moving toward something meaningful, because easy paths rarely lead to extraordinary destinations. If you truly want a different life, then you must become a different person. You must sacrifice distractions, control your emotions, and protect your time like your future depends on it, because it does. Every hour wasted on negativity, excuses, and laziness pushes your goals further away, while every focused action brings your dreams closer into reality. And understand this: your environment matters greatly. If you constantly surround yourself with negative people who complain, gossip, and avoid responsibility, then eventually their mindset will infect your ambition. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to grow, then your standards will rise automatically, because energy is contagious, and successful people protect their mindset carefully. They understand that the battle for success begins in the mind long before results appear in reality. That is why you must speak positively to yourself even during hard times. Stop calling yourself weak, stop doubting your ability, and stop acting like your past defines your future, because your past is only a lesson, not a life sentence. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your actions, your habits, and your mindset, you gain power over your life again. And responsibility is the beginning of transformation, because blaming others changes nothing, but improving yourself changes everything. There will always be people who doubt you, laugh at your goals, or underestimate your potential, but never let their opinions become your limits, because people only understand success after they see the results. They mock your grind before they admire your victories. So keep working in silence, keep improving behind closed doors, and let your achievements speak louder than your words. Remember, every expert was once a beginner, every champion was once unknown, and every successful person once struggled with uncertainty. The only difference is that they refused to stop when life became difficult, and that same strength already exists inside you right now. You simply need to activate it through action, consistency, and courage, because confidence is not built by thinking about success. Confidence is built by doing hard things repeatedly until your mind realizes you are capable of more than you ever imagined. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop delaying your dreams, and stop underestimating the power of your daily effort, because the person you become over the next year depends entirely on the decisions you make starting today. Imagine waking up 1 year from now stronger, wiser, healthier, and more successful than you have ever been before, not because of luck, not because someone handed you opportunities, but because you finally decided to stop playing small and started giving everything you had toward building the life you deserve. Because the greatest tragedy in life is not failure, the greatest tragedy is having massive potential but never using it. There are millions of people who spend their entire lives trapped in routines they hate simply because they were too afraid to take control of their future and too comfortable to challenge themselves beyond their limits. But you cannot allow that to become your story. You were born with abilities, dreams, and possibilities that the world has not yet seen, and the only way to unlock them is through relentless effort every single day. Understand that growth requires discomfort. You cannot become mentally strong while avoiding difficult situations. You cannot build confidence while hiding from challenges, and you cannot create success while living inside your comfort zone, because comfort may feel safe, but it slowly destroys ambition and steals opportunities from your future self. Every major breakthrough begins the moment you decide to face fear instead of running from it, the moment you continue despite uncertainty, and the moment you realize that failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Every setback builds resilience, and every difficult moment prepares you for greater responsibility in the future. So instead of asking why life is hard, ask yourself what these challenges are trying to teach you, because your struggles are shaping the person you are becoming, and one day the pain you feel today will become the strength people admire tomorrow. Never forget that your mind is your greatest weapon. If you feed it negativity, distractions, and doubt, then your life will reflect confusion and weakness. But if you feed it knowledge, discipline, and purpose, then your actions will begin transforming your reality little by little, until one day you look back and barely recognize the person you used to be. That is the power of consistent self-improvement, and it belongs to anyone willing to commit fully to the process. Success is not reserved for the lucky, it belongs to those who refuse to quit when things become uncomfortable, and this is why you must develop daily standards that separate you from average people. Wake up with intention, move with discipline, speak with confidence, and attack every task with full effort even when nobody notices, because eventually the results will speak for themselves. There will be sacrifices along the way. You may lose friendships, you may face loneliness, and you may experience moments when nobody believes in your vision, but remember that temporary isolation is often necessary for Transformation. The strongest people are built during the seasons when they feel alone, because solitude forces you to confront your weaknesses, sharpen your focus, and discover the strength hidden inside you. And when success finally arrives, it will not happen overnight. It will arrive quietly after hundreds of unseen days of effort, patience, sacrifice, and persistence. Then suddenly people will call you lucky without realizing how many nights you spent doubting yourself, but continuing anyway. So from this day forward, promise yourself that no matter how difficult life becomes, you will continue fighting for your goals, continue improving your mindset, and continue working harder than ever before, because your future family, your dreams, and your purpose deserve the strongest version of you. And if this message inspired you even a little, then subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and comment, "I choose discipline today," because your decision to take action right now could become the first step toward the life you have always imagined.